What if the path to a better life started in a pretzel factory? What's up, everybody? It is Thiago from the Build Device podcast, building the next generation of trades. On this week's episode, we sat down with Aiden Smith, who went from twisting pretzels to building a thriving paint company and coaching others to rise with him.
If you can dedicate time to growing your business or making money, whatever that looks like for you, okay, I put in my work.
We get into delegation, AI tools, content creation, time management, and the real mindset it takes to scale in the trades. Plus, this was honestly one of the craziest lightning rounds I've had the opportunity to ask.
You could do like 100 painters versus like 10 roofers. The 10 roofers might have them.
There was some crazy ass answers. You're gonna love it, and you definitely do not want to miss it. Just going to give a quick shout out to our sponsors who are sponsoring our show, who has helped support us. Thank you so much to you guys. Truly. We want to give a shout out to Field Pulse, Nordash Living, and EJK Excavation. Thank you for supporting us in this podcast, and thank you for supporting the trades and the ones who built it. Before we dive in, also, please, guys, hit that subscribe button below, drop a review, share this with somebody in the trades who's leveling up or just really wants a funny story to talk about. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy it. Let's get right into it. So, what is up, everybody? It is Thiago. We're back remotely. I am in the comfort of my own office. Alex is in the comfort of his own office as well. We're staying cool in the AC while Aiden's scorching up, taking, hotter than the devil's ball sack, pretty much down in Florida. Aiden, man, well, Aiden Smith, right?
Yes, sir.
I had to do I did some research on you. I'm gonna pull some Nardwar shit on you. You're gonna be like, fuck.
I'm ready for it.
Oh man, Aiden Smith, the owner of. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Aiden. So you own a paint company. It's in Florida. Remind me the name again. I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
man.
it's called Smith & Co. Painting.
Smith & Co. Ooh, like Smith & Wesson.
So our original name was Constellation Painting back in the day. And nobody could say it. They'd be like, oh, I'm trying to reach Constipation Painting. And I'd be like, so we just went with like your generic, like, all right, you're a painting company in the trade or like a trade company. Your last name plus the company, done.
Is that how like normal paint company businesses go? They always put like, it's always something name and then paint company.
John's Plumbing, just how it is in the trades.
Pretty simple if you ask me, man.
It works.
And then, so yeah, let's get right into it, man. So obviously born and raised in Philly, right?
Yes, sir.
Ugh. All right. Anyways, we won't hold that against you. I promise. All jokes aside. So, kind of tell me the beginning state, like the upbringing, like were you always wanting to be a painter, or were you always a blue collar guy? Like how this all kind of like begin for you?
Yeah. So I was with my wife right early on. Who was my girlfriend, and then I had a job at actually the Philadelphia Pretzel Factory, right? It kind of goes way back, all right? And shout out to them. They're the best. But there was some drama going on, and she goes, if I can get you a job with my dad making double the pay, will you do it? And I said, done. And it was a painting job. So right away got in there. I was making like $16 an hour painting, and painting's not the funnest trade to do, right? It's like the last on the totem pole, what you want to do, right? But I was pretty good. So ended up doing that for a little bit, but I was like, you know what, I want to go to school. I want to get my degree. Then once I did that and got like a sales job, I was like, all right, I'm good at sales, I'm good at painting. Let me start a painting company. And then it kind of went from there.
No kidding. So like, so how long have you been a business owner for?
I've been business owner since 2017.
Oh, okay. Oh, so almost 10 years. Oh, yeah. Good stuff. And so you started in Philly with the paint company, and then you recently moved down to Florida, correct?
Yeah, so it was kind of like ups and downs, right? I opened the painting company. What happens is you try and be the guy doing the work too, which doesn't end up working out, right? And younger me is like, oh, well, I can make $300 a day. I'm just kind of going contractor math. And, it just got to a point where I was like, I can't do both. So I ended up like hating it, and I'm like, all right, let me go back to doing the sales stuff. And then I hated corporate, and I'm like, all right, maybe I can figure this business stuff out. And then I actually got on with a company called CertaPro Painters. They're like the biggest franchise.
I've heard of them.
Yeah, for painters, and I learned a ton there. That was like kind of the turning point. So I decided, all right, I'm gonna do it on my own, do it the right way. finally had some traction in Philly, and it got to a point where I was like running it without being in the actual business, really. You know, all my guys were taking care of everything, so I was like, I could pretty much leave and not worry about anything. That's why I decided to move out to Florida. I was having my son, and if you've ever been to Philadelphia, it's not the best place to live. So I was like, this could be cool, you know?
This episode is brought to you by FieldPulse. That's pulse like a finger on the pulse. FieldPulse is the all-in-one platform built for service pros who are looking to grow their business and make their lives easier. From scheduling, customer management, to building estimates and sending invoices, FieldPulse puts on all the operations you need into one single platform. It's built specifically for guys like us to better manage teams, customers, and businesses. Head to fieldpulse.com. That's field, P-U-L-S-E, .com to get started today. Man, I've never been to Philly, but I've always heard like amazing stuff, like, you know, the cheesesteak battles and all that stuff. So what is it? Is it there's two, right? There's two sandwich shops.
Geno's, right? Geno's is one of them, I think.
You guys are tourists, man.
Yeah, listen. I've never been to Philly, so you got to like kind of steer me in the right direction.
Yeah.
Like,
so anybody that's listening, you know, and you guys, right? When you go to Philly, if you like say, "Oh yeah, I'm going to Pat's or Geno's," they're gonna look at you like, "Yeah, you're a tourist. Get out of here," you know.
Ooh, okay.
One
That's
of those
hot
things.
So you're not either one of those.
No,
you don't.
No, man.
Ooh,
like you can't go there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to clip that.
You got it. Yeah. So if you go and look at like Dave Portnoy, Barstool, right? He goes and does cheesesteak reviews. Angelo's is like notoriously one of the best. There's another one called Cafe Carmelo, which I actually lived around. And then there's a handful more. John's, roast pork. Yeah, man. If anybody needs a guide, I got you.
Alex, we're gonna go to Philly. I need to try a cheesesteak because when people do it out here, they put like, you know. Because I've seen it over there. It's pretty simple. Just cheese, onions, nacho cheese sauce. That's it.
Yeah, nacho cheese. There's different types of cheese. I would recommend Cooper Sharp cheese. And then with onions, seeded roll, ketchup, mayo.
Oh, you put ketchup and mayo in your Philly cheese?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
That's disgusting.
It's the best thing ever.
Damn.
Usually they actually won't put it on. You have to ask for it on the side. So it's kind of like a thing. It's like, you know, if you do it or not.
Oh, okay. Damn.
But I will say the food out here in Florida is way worse than Philly. Like, I miss Philadelphia food, bro.
Yeah, what are you eating out in Florida? What do they got out there?
Alligator.
Alligator.
Some exotic stuff.
A ton of tacos, right? Like,
yeah.
Unless you're going to like a super high-end restaurant, I mean, it's going to be pretty mediocre. I'm not going to lie. Unless you're in Miami. Miami's known for like amazing food.
Yeah. When we were down in Miami, Alex, I don't know if you remember, the food wasn't all that great. I remember drinking a lot. That's it. That's all I remember from Miami. But the food wasn't like, it was mid.
You guys want to hear a funny story?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I actually have like a side thing that I do. So I had Snapchat with my friends because I tried to stay connected right when I moved because I don't know anybody out here in Florida, right? So I'm known for like giving reviews, kind of like what Dave Portnoy does, but like in my own way. And everybody knows me for like, hey, give me the Aiden review, do the review, you know, let us know how it is. And it got to a point where I was just like, dude, I could start posting these, and like they might get somewhere. So just recently started a TikTok account, and I started reviewing like local places down here just because we go out to eat a lot. And there's a spot called the Jersey Spot. It was like known for like food around where I used to live. So I was like, all right, cool. It's got to be like Northeast Pizza. I'm in. So I went, did the review. It went viral. Got like 400K views. Went crazy. Wow. And the guy called me and goes, or I called him because I saw a comment. And he said, it's never been this busy. For 2 straight weeks, they ordered what you ordered. It was crazy.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
All from one video.
All from one video.
Damn, dude.
You might need to get out of painting and get into food reviews, bro. That seems like the move, dude.
Content creation, bro. That's all I'm about right now.
Yeah. That's a big thing. I feel like nowadays, like everyone's like becoming a content creator, but even business owners, not so much content creator, but they're trying to like tie in business with the content, you know what I mean? Because especially with social media in this day and age, you got to put your face out there.
Exactly.
You got to. I was telling Tiago, dude, before I got on this call, I was on Facebook. I scrolled for like half a second, and Aiden, your school group came up. I'm like, man, this guy's all over the place.
Yeah, man. I mean, it is pay to play, right? Especially what I do. Like, I attract like high ticket, sales basically. So I have to spend in order to get in front of people's faces.
Yeah.
It's the reality of it.
Mm-hmm. And you're also crushing it in the content space too, like your Instagram for your businesses and stuff like that. Any sort of advice or for people kind of getting into that game at all? Like any recommendations if you're starting over? Dude,
I love this. Right, this is my wheelhouse. Really, you can use any platform as like an engine. Right, it's like your website. Your profile is your landing page for who you want to connect with. Right, and I have a really specific niche that I go after. It's painting contractors looking to grow, right? And when I tell people I'm a painting contractor coach, they're like, what the hell even is that? I didn't even know that was a thing, right? There's only a handful of us, or, yeah. But when people find me, it's like, wow, this is what I've been looking for, So.
What was that gap that you saw with a bunch of businesses, that kind of helped you started the whole coaching?
Yeah, so remember I said that I was on the tools early on, and it was kind of the worst thing, right? Didn't work out. That's what a lot of guys are dealing with, right? So they don't know how to make that transition because they're so consumed with the business that they can't look at it from the outside in. So I leverage software strategies, kind of frameworks, and say, hey, here's what you need to do step by step in order to make this to where you're just focusing on sales or project management or even overseeing a sales rep and a project manager, right? That's like the next level.
Mm-hmm. Now, do you think, obviously early on when you're owning your own company, obviously you have to wear a lot of hats, but then as you continue to scale, to continue to go, you need to either branch out, find common interest people, like-minded people to help you grow with that as well. So was that kind of your big thing, your first year owning a paint company business? Was that sort of, your thing of oh, hey, I'm wearing too many hats right now, and obviously you mentioned before oh, I'm really not liking this right now.
Right.
Did you kind of branch out, scale up? Was that the move that everyone should be doing? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
First year. You know what I mean?
Yeah. First year is going to be the hardest, right? Because you're grinding to set everything up. Nobody knows you. You have no credibility, right? So you have to be a little bit more, competitive on pricing, right? Maybe you have to do a little bit of the work just to kind of get your foot in the door. But it depends. If you have somebody like me kind of giving you the step-by-step playbook, maybe you have some money put aside to where you can pay to set some of those things up, right? You don't have to do all the legwork, right? Leverage Facebook ads, pay a commission-only person to go out and sell and get you jobs, right? So there's different levers you can pull to not have to kill yourself early on.
Because that's definitely something we've noticed since starting this podcast is a lot of the guys, they're like the solo entrepreneurs where they learn the craft to be that plumbing, HVAC, something skilled, and then they go out and do it. And they make some good money doing it, but I think they quickly start to realize hey man, doing this on my own is not really all it's cut out to be, Yeah. And you sort of noticed that with painting. What was that pain point for you where it's just were you just working too much doing the painting and running the business that you're man, something needs to change here? Yeah,
well, so what happens is when you're on the tools, it's you're working 40 hours a week painting, and then you're doing estimates whenever you can to try and continue to have that business come in. So I remember one night I got home, it was 9:30, 10 o'clock at night, and I had a job at 6 a.m. I had to be at. So I'm in my garage cleaning my stuff, getting the van ready, just broken and drained, and my son and my wife are sleeping. I didn't even get to see them all day. I just start breaking down crying, and I'm like, dude, this ain't it. I need to change something. So I committed to changing, and it didn't happen overnight, but that was the monumental moment for me.
Kind of the turning point, pretty much.
That I can pinpoint. Damn, I remember I was at my breaking point.
No kidding. Holy shit.
And then from that, how did you what moves did you start to do to kind of shift that, change that around?
Yeah, delegate, right? There's a really good book, if I could just throw out a recommendation. It's called Buy Back Your Time by Dan Martell. Yeah, and it's basically saying your role as a business owner and the tasks you're responsible for are way higher than you think as far as dollar wise, right? So like, yes, you may be foregoing $30 an hour getting a painter to do the work, but what you can do higher level tasks to grow the business is way more important. So when I would leave the jobs, when I made that transition, like a lot of my buddies were working with me and for me, and they were like, hey, Aiden, you're not around. What are you doing? You're not helping us out. You're not there every day. And it was like a weird transition, but I had to do it. It was the only way.
So Aiden, one of the sort of like criticisms or feedback we get from people who are like, hey, I'm doing the work is good quality. If I go to hire someone, maybe they're not going to do it as well as me.
Yeah.
What do you kind of say to that person? Because it's like part of it's you have to let go of the control. It's obviously your baby, it's your company. You want it to grow and do well and maintain quality. But how do you kind of transition where it's like, if you're not there, how do you make sure things are done to that standard that you were doing it at?
Yeah, quickest way is to write it down, right? Like, I know every job not exactly the same, but having some type of system checks and balances help out. I personally right now have a subcontractor model. So a lot of these guys know how to paint right off the gate, and they have like 3 to 4 painters that are like, hey, we can take down any size project right now. So I just have to make sure they're doing a final walkthrough. Every single day they're giving an update to the client, and that they follow our processes with like, covering everything, make sure the prep's done, yada, yada, yada. Yeah. But setting like stringent expectations up front, like, and also like kind of like scaring them, right? It's almost like, look, we have a bunch of opportunities for you, and, perception is reality. If they think you're a legitimate company, they're going to take it a lot more serious. So like, kind of saying like, look, this is like the real deal. Here are our processes. If you don't follow it, like, you're out.
And that's the conversation you'll have with subcontractors that work with you. Like,
Yeah.
hey, this is my expectations for you and the work that you're going to do. And if you don't kind of follow this, then we can't necessarily work together.
Yep. Subs, painters, any, person that's working for you should be able to look at like some type of company manual on what you guys are about, how you guys do it, and then try and live up to that expectation every single job.
I love that, because then it's not just random. It's like, no, here's our documented process, or this is our expectations of you. And then if there's any sort of disagreements or anything, it's like, hey, man, I kind of laid this out for you day one. I love that.
And there's money at stake, right? Because if you do mess it up, we're going to withhold the money because you messed it up, right? And we try to be as fair as possible. Like, we pay quick, we take care of our guys. But there are some guys that try and cut corners, and it's like, you're only shooting yourself in the foot,
They always say like they'll always remember the negative part about jobs. So like,
I know, right?
There could be so much good. Like I'm a plumber. I'll speak from my obviously plumbing experience. I can meet deadlines a week in advance. I can take care of the GC. I could do all this, but God forbid one pipe bursts. It wasn't my fault. The whole entire place is flooded out. Now they just have that bad rep about me. Not obviously me. I do good work, but
Well, let me
we
ask
believe you,
this.
Tiago. We believe you.
Let me ask you this. What do you expect from like your management or the owner, or to set you up for success, right?
kind of like what you said, right? Of like, oh, hey, this is what our task list is supposed to look like. We expect you to do this, that. Obviously, like, the biggest thing for me is like communication. I want to make sure I'm be able to like communicate it well, because I've been doing plumbing for about 4.5 years, 5 years now. I do plumbing one way, but the general foreman or like any other management, they could do plumbing another way, and then how they want that plumbing done is differently how I want it done.
Yeah.
Granted, like, obviously, to some degree, you know what I mean? But it's kind of like, just make sure we're like communicating, we're all on the same page. I think that's like the big key thing, especially in like bigger companies, kind of lose sight of that.
Mm-hmm.
The communication does get lost because you have so many moving pieces going around, so I feel like communication is definitely a big thing. Kind of like what you're going back on, Aiden, where you said like the whole task system, like this is how my company runs. Like, you do subcontracting, you subcontract out. They know how to paint, but hey, this is how my company runs things.
Yeah,
So I love that.
And the systems are like what allows guys to scale up, right? Those large companies that do 10, 20, 50, 100 million, they have bulletproof systems, right? And the guy that's doing scratching $1 million and really, is pulling his hair out to get there, he doesn't have great systems, right? So that's why a lot of guys work with me, because we have like done for you stuff that says, if you just follow this like checklist basically across all the different facets of your business, Like, you will have more time on your hands, make more money.
And from that
be way
checklist that you
more
made,
organized
right?
than
Obviously,
anything
that
else.
came from years of
what we've
experience,
done,
like
so.
on-field experience. So you understand, you understand how this stuff works. So what would you say to somebody, right? That's like, oh man, I'm really on the fence. I want to join the program, but it's like, oh, I've been doing pain for years. I'm not there yet, but how do I? What is that like? Kind of like pull the trigger moment for you. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I think mindset's the biggest thing. Like, like I said, I pay for a lot of ads and all this kind of stuff. So, like, I don't have to sit here and try and sell anything. I think it's more just like when a guy is ready to make a change and gets to that point that I was talking to you guys about, that's when we come in and kind of save the day. Because if we have somebody that's mildly successful and is okay with how things are going but just wants to kind of make more money or level up a little bit, they won't take it as seriously. It'll be like, yeah, this system's cool, but you know what? I kind of am just used to the way I'm doing it. So, like, they won't get the best results. I need guys that are like, look, I have a guy, Ben. I'll speak actual, real stories. A guy named Ben. He's been in business since 1999, right, with his painting business. Older gentleman, you would think, like, he's probably never going to change. Well, he was sick of it, and his guys were ready to check out on him. They were like, look, like, we've been getting paid the same. Like, it's just been stagnant, if not, like, decreasing in revenue. And he was just like, I'm going to try one more time, got with us, and he went from selling like $70,000, $80,000 a month to now having $220,000 a month. Like, he's having a ribbon cutting on his new, shop. He has more guys than ever. He has management. He has a real brand now. Like, he is re-energized, and now he races on the weekends because he has
kind of like making that commitment of like, because I think that's the biggest thing is like, some people are just stuck in their old ways and like they don't like change. So adapting to the change could actually benefit themselves in the long run. Because like you said, it doesn't really happen overnight. You gotta put in the work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The best calls I get are, Aiden, I don't even know what to do anymore with my time. Like, I'm like, they're like anxious because everything's rolling and they're so used to just going, figuring stuff out every single day.
That's a dream, isn't it? For a lot of business owners, it's kind of like a dream. It's crazy to think like some people have that mindset of like, oh shit, like I'm a business owner, but I got to make sure like I'm doing something with the business, so you kind of give them that, I would call it freedom almost, to like kind of like, oh hey, like your business is running fine, you can do whatever, you can go race, you can go, put everything on black at the casino, you can do whatever you want. So just that's the thing, like for your coaching thing, you kind of work with everybody, right? Small business owners and obviously big business owners, right? Do you notice like a difference between them? Obviously, but mindset wise, do you see the difference between the small and the big company? Oh yeah, big time.
Oh my gosh, dude, the smaller guys, when I tell them kind of like, hey, what I do, and they're like, well, what am I gonna learn? And they kind of like nitpick, and they're like, well, I don't know if I need that right now, or like, they kind of just give me a lot more pushback, and they're very resistant. Where the guys that are like ready to go and understand, like, look, I know this is an investment, but on the back end, here's what I could get out of it. They look at it as, how much can this make me?
Yeah.
Right. And kind of going into like growing a business, I think people don't realize how much money they have to spend in order to grow. Right. $1 million business, I mean, they should be spending minimum on ads a month, like 3,000 to 4,000, right? Just to be able to produce $1 million, and that might be conservative, but the numbers suggest like I have to pay to get these jobs and get my crews in and working and hit the goals that I need to hit. And people are afraid to spend in order to grow. Once you see it high level and I kind of break it down for you, you're like, oh, okay, that's how it works. You put it in, you get
that,
out.
like,
right?
it's kind of like, that's like kind of like the biggest downfall for a lot of people is like the whole pushing back, not believing
being
the
cheap,
system.
I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe being cheap is probably not the right wording, but I guess afraid. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I guess being cheap. Fuck it. Yeah, we can say that.
Here's what I would say, right? Matt, like, if we could put it into podcast terms, right? If I said, hey, Thiago, Alex, in the next 2 years, if we just do X, Y, and Z consistently, you guys will get X output. How does that sound? You guys will be like, oh, that'd be amazing, right? And then whatever else comes along with that, sponsorships, branding, right? That's just like the cherry on top. once I break it down in that way to them, they're like, oh, snap, that's all I have to do, be consistent. But most guys don't have the discipline. Most guys don't have somebody to sit there and look at it high level with them. So I don't know if it's about being cheap. It's about spending money in ways that you know are going to get you the best outcome, right? So I could go to an Angie's List, a Yelp, and spend my money, but I may get a better return on Facebook but not know it or not know how to do it properly. But when I come in and say, here's what works for us in the strategies, holy snap, I get a 10x return instead of a 3x.
Yeah, and it's just that sort of gap in the knowledge. It's just they think one thing and then you come in like, actually, this is how it works. Because you work with so many companies and they're only one company, so they only know their way. Whereas you might know 10, 50, 100 other companies and you're like, no, man, we've tested it and this is actually the proven strategy that works.
And guys withhold information. I mean, if you talk to any given business owner, they don't have anybody to go to get information. Everybody's very bougie in the area, right? You know, they see it like competition. No, F that guy. I don't want to give him my strategy, right? So it's hard to get, advice in general.
Do you think that's a downfall, though? Like, business owners always being, like, petty. Not, petty, fuck it. Petty towards each other, like, because obviously I think the biggest thing is, like, if you have something that works, why not just share it? You understand what it is to be a business owner. You want to help them out, So me personally, I never really understood, like, the whole, like, oh, yeah, fuck this other business owner that's doing the same exact thing I'm fucking doing. Fuck that guy. Fuck him. You guys are shitty at, like, just kind of downplay him. Yeah, bash. And you don't even know the guy. You might not even know the guy. You're just like, oh, he's in fucking Philly? Fuck that guy. He's doing the same thing as me? Fuck that guy. I never understood that. You know what I mean? And I see it a lot here in Mass. In Massachusetts, only because Massachusetts is like, bunch of assholes everywhere. So,
yeah. There is a fine line, right? So just to give you like a real example, somebody tried to join my coaching and he's like next door to me and he's like, I want to scale my business as fast as possible. I got whatever you need money wise. I'm from corporate background. I'm looking to do something in the trades and I like your stuff. And I told him, like, respectfully, I'd love to help you out and give you advice. We can go golfing. But because of what I teach is so carbon copy, the exact sales process, the exact pamphlet for marketing, like, I can't just have two of me in the same area, So I can give you some plays, some strategy, but, like, if we're doing the same exact thing, I don't think that helps anybody, So, I mean, this market and this trades, like all the trades, are growing at a pace that nobody really understands. But there's so much volume out there for everybody that, there should be no competition like that. Like, private equity is buying up trade companies left and right now. And they're finally finding that, like, there's great businesses with shitty owners. So when they come in and kind of just adopt all their frameworks and take leadership over, okay, now they can turn it into a money-making machine.
That's something we haven't talked too much about on this podcast, the whole private equity kind of taking over the trades. What's that kind of landscape looking like? What do you know about that?
Yeah, so, I mean, there's coming in a few ways. So there's guys having holding companies where they have kind of like all the systems, kind of like, I mean, I could potentially do it right now. Do I want to? Is that what I want to do? No, not right now. But there are guys that are creating holding companies that are saying, hey, we'll come in, buy in for 25%, and then maybe in 5 years we create an exit plan for everybody, right? So they're coming in, and now it's a lot harder to win jobs because they're so dialed in with their systems, right? But there's other guys that, like, big hedge funds, right, that see plumbing and electrician companies. Like, I'm going to events and I hear a lot of electrical companies getting bought up, right? So, they literally come in and, they buy in and that's it, man. Or they swallow up small guys, right? They'll say, hey, Smith & Co. Painting, you're doing $2 million a year. We have a $10 million company. We'd love to buy you out for $3 million, and we'll take your entire customer base and rebrand you. Take your territory. Whatever contracts you have, hotels, property management companies, relationships, we get all of that.
I was actually on a phone call with a plumbing business owner the other day, and he was talking about the same thing about, like, private equity, like, taking over. There's some private equity companies that would just, like, kind of take over, but then most of the employees would get laid off. You know what I mean? So I've seen that a few times. I've been a part of one of those before. So it's never. But then to your point where you said, like, they'll come in, rebrand the whole entire thing. Everyone still has jobs. That's kind of like the yin and yang of it. There's the downside of it, but there's also the good side of it. It depends on who buys it.
Yeah, and also, like, is this a business that's even, like, buyable? Is it kind of like the Barstool deal where Dave is the guy, and if you buy his company and get him out, the stock goes down, right? So it's like if you're going to buy Smith & Co., but I don't have any systems in place, and it's like Aiden's going to leave and not still be a part of it, does it go to shit, right? Like, oh, you're not Aiden. I'm used to dealing with Aiden. Right. So if you have more systems in place, more people carrying out each, sales, production, all that kind of stuff, now you're way more valuable to these companies. So it's actually another perk of working with me to where I'll help you set that all up and you'll have a way
Aiden,
better
is that
value
kind of
on
the
your
play
company.
ultimately in your mind for like company owners? Is it a good idea like to have that exit? Like what's your kind of ambition or goal for yourself? And is that the same sort of thing that you kind of want for others? Like talk me through that a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not at a stage where I'm like, hey, I'm ready to exit or anything like that. Like, obviously, we just started. But I think that is possible in the next, I'd say, 4 to 5 years, right? Maybe sooner. I would love to exit just because I don't believe that painting is like a passion of mine. Never really has been. It's just something that I'm really good at. I know in and out. I know we can do a great job and kind of like make an impact. But coaching has been my passion, content creation. Right? That's why I started doing freaking pizza reviews and whatnot. So, honestly, I want to be an actor down the road. I'm not even going to lie. So, we'll kind of see what happens. But
Damn.
I'm getting okay in front of a camera, which is cool.
That's huge. That's huge, right? Yeah. And, like, the whole, like, food review. I no word of lie.
Every podcast that comes up.
Aiden, so.
Every podcast.
Awesome.
When we talk about food, I always have to bring up donuts. All right. So I'm a bit, and I've told Alex this before. I'm like, I need to review donuts. I just need to do it. But like, when you're in Massachusetts, all you have is like Dunkin' Donuts. You don't really have the traditional mom and pop shops. There's a few, but not a lot. So I'm like, oh, dude, like I'm gonna start doing donut reviews. It's gonna be so bad for me, but I'm gonna love every minute of it.
Yeah. That's me.
It's kind of like what you do, right? Where it's like, oh man, I'm eating all this food. I'm probably gonna feel like shit at the end of this, but I'm enjoying every minute of it.
So I'm going on a cruise at the end of the month, and like, even you're going to the beach and cruise, and you're trying to get like decent shape, I guess. I'm like, every pizza or like food review I do, I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah, you're like, I'm gonna have to wear this on my cruise, bro.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing is like just doing something you like to do, right? Like, I've just been such in a place where I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks. I'm like, I'm gonna do what I want to do, how I like it. I don't even look at like Instagram sometimes because it's just everybody selling me and shit. And I'm like, dude, I just want to like focus on myself, my family, what I do. And that's it. If I'm happy, I'm happy. Like, I'm about to get like a tattoo on my sleeve and shit. I don't even care. Put a cheesesteak on it.
Hell yeah.
I actually got Caesar, bro. Look at this. I got Caesar.
Oh, no way.
Ape.
Hell
on my
yeah.
chest.
Oh, from Planet
of the Apes.
I love that movie. That's a great movie, man.
Oh, shit. That was fun, man. 8 hours of just first ever tattoo on my chest. That sucked.
You're like, all right, let me get this monkey right here. Let me get this fucking thing.
It's funny because when I was getting it, he goes, hey, man, if you want my professional advice, I think you should, like, move it to the left or right because you could do, like, because it's slap in the middle. He's like, go on left and right. You can build it all from the sleeve. I was like, nah, put it in the middle.
He was like, I'll build off of it somehow, some way,
Yeah, I'll figure it out.
Oh, man. Shit. I've always thought about getting tattoos, not going to lie. I know Alex has a few small ones. I don't have a single tattoo on my body. I don't. I wish I did. But back then, I used to, like, donate blood. So I always thought, like, the tattoo ink would, like, do something with it. I because I was reading something like, oh, Cristiano Ronaldo doesn't have a tattoo on his body because he donates blood regularly. I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, oh, man, what a good guy. And so I do want to get a tattoo. I just don't know of what yet. I might get a big-ass fucking donut, like, right on my thigh. You know what I mean?
Dude.
Yeah, dude, like, who cares, Treat yourself.
What's that one animal? It's called like a narwhal or something.
Yeah. With the horn?
The whale with the whole unicorn.
Yeah,
so my brother has that on his thigh.
What a random thing.
He has crazy shit on him, dude.
Oh, you're good, man. We're just jamming. No, Aiden, I liked what you were saying though, man, because you're like, I do painting because I'm good at it and it provides for my family, but it's not like the be all end all. And part of the reason why we started this podcast in general is because like the trades are such a good outlet for people to make money, provide for themselves and their families, and then you could do whatever you're passionate about afterwards. Like we had my buddy on who works in the trades, and his passion is being a wedding DJ. He does his trade to make money and provide for his family, and then on the weekends and stuff, he wedding DJs because, well, it makes money, but also he loves music, you know? And it's really cool to hear you say, like, hey, painting is cool, I'm not opposed to it, but like my real passion is more content creation and being an actor. Because I think a lot of people are like, oh, why would I get into the trades when this is really what I want to do? But it's like, to do what you want to do, you need money and you need to have yourself in order to get there, you know? So I kind of liked what you were saying there.
Yeah, it's almost like you can treat it like a vehicle, you know? Like, hey, this is going to get me to the next step, right? I mean, I got guys that they use their business to then invest in real estate, right? And there's some like legal and whatever tax things they can do to kind of collaborate, or they use their guys to do the work and renovate the house. Like, those are all things you can do because you have the business and the tax deductions and all that kind of stuff.
And then especially to your point, man,
I
if
see
you
it
have
all
the
the time.
systems in place and you're buying back your time, it's like, okay, what do you want to do with that time? You can obviously reinvest it back into the business and make more, but it's like if you're at a place financially that you're happy, it's like, well, what do you want to do, man? Like, because when you're working a 9 to 5, it doesn't really matter what you want to do. It's like you're there from 9 to 5. But with a business, you can build it to a place where it's like, hey, I'm not working as much, and I can go pursue what I want to pursue, you know?
Yeah, nah, for sure. Like, and in the first year of any business, like, if you just look at a business owner and think, oh, in your first year, you must be super busy, right? You're setting everything up. I just bought tickets for, like, Warped Tour in November. Like, I'm kind of just going crazy. Like, I want guys to kind of feel it, right? Sometimes I forget I have jobs going. Granted, I don't have the craziest business in the world yet, but, like, that's a good thing, right? I want guys to have that and feel like they don't have to kill themselves in order to make, like, a decent living having a business.
If you're enjoying the show, chances are you care about building a solid business. And that's exactly why we partnered with FieldPulse. It's not just software, it's peace of mind. Less back office chaos, more time doing what you do best. And I think FieldPulse is so great that I even worked out a deal for you guys to get 20% off FieldPulse when you book a demo and mention 2 Legit podcasts. Head to fieldpulse.com. That's FIELDPULSE. Fieldpulse.com to get started now.
And not for nothing, too. It's like you have your painting business, and then you have your coaching business as well. So it's like, if anything, you have 2. So if someone has just one business, it's like they're not going to be as busy as someone like yourself, you know? So they'll have even more time.
Calendar management, bro. I mean, we got a podcast as well, so we're on the train also. But, like, yeah, man, like, anytime I have, it's with the family. It's block scheduled, right, on task to do. Like, if you've seen my calendar, you'll just see colors everywhere. But that's because if I'm doing something that I enjoy, like golfing or whatever, it's because there's nothing else I have to do, or I planned it out, right? I took care of my shit, right? I didn't have to worry about, oh shit, I forgot about this. Everything's pretty like locked in.
I love that. That's something I have to get better at, honestly. I have a calendar, but it's not, I don't have like everything dialed in for the week. Like, this is happening at this time, this is happening at this time. That's something I definitely have to get better at. Any advice for someone kind of starting in that? Like, how do you kind of get your shit in line? Do you have like a process that you think about your week ahead or anything?
Yeah, so I kind of think of it as like income generating activities, right? Those are the number one thing you have to plan first, because if you can dedicate time to growing your business or making money, whatever that looks like for you, okay, I put in my work, right? Now I can do things that worry about myself, right? Hanging out with the fam, going to the gym, reading, I go to bed at 9 o'clock, whatever it is that works for you. I don't know exact schedules. But like, if you could time block each individual task, and at 10 a.m. I follow up my leads. At 12 o'clock I schedule my appointment for the day, and then just have a schedule that makes sense for you, is convenient, and that doesn't like overstress you also, because you do want to have some time to kind of do whatever you want also. So there are blocks where there's nothing, and I can kind of just say, okay, what do I feel like doing right now? Let me work on some shit. Let me just revise something, you know?
Tiago, do you feel like you have your calendar dialed in? Yeah.
100%. 100% no. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. 100% no. Like, obviously, like, I'll put in, because obviously we have, like, a shared calendar, me and Alex. I'll put in my days, like, oh, hey, like, we have like obviously podcast recordings and like, or like media meetings and all that stuff. But then I'll put my own personal days of like, hey, Tiago's gone from this date to this date, or like I'm getting better at it. But to your point, to like where you are, nah, not even close.
Well, you might not need it though, right?
No, I think that's the thing though. I feel like I'm not at that level yet. One day I might be, but right now I don't. Yeah, as long as I share, like oh hey, we have a podcast recorded with Aiden. Oh, we have another one
here
tomorrow.
On time.
Yeah, and that's all. That's all that matters. That's the big thing. I always make sure like our calendar is like up to date. Making sure like both. If we both need personal days off, it's in the calendar. I don't bother him. He don't bother me. So that's the cool thing about this.
It's been a game changer also. Virtual assistants.
VAs are a big thing, bro. I've been hearing a lot of good stuff about VAs.
Yeah, so we have 3 VAs, and they are rock stars, right? So, like, I got one that's, like, just an executive assistant, right? I got one that edits videos, does all my marketing, like, anything I need as far as, like, the branding for each business. And then I got one that answers the phones for Smith & Co., my painting company. And just having them available, dialed in with, like, their tasks, I mean, dude, it's, like, double the output, that you would ever be able to take on.
What's like the best way to like start finding like a good VA? Like what's some like key factors that you kind of put in?
So first identify what you're looking for, right? Like, all right, cool. I know I need somebody to edit videos or answer phones, whatever that is, and then you will curate a job posting to figure out, okay, here are the tasks you need to be proficient at. Then start hiring, going Upwork. Hubstaff is another one. And you could put out job postings, or you could just look for VAs that do whatever you're looking for. And we see generally, depending on what you're looking for, but like just like general tasks, between $7 and $12 an hour.
That's pretty good. It's pretty average, average pay. That's like minimum wage.
Well, over there, I did the math one day. It was like $9 an hour to the Philippines is like 30 plus an hour.
I know. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh man. And over here I'm struggling. with some pay. They're like getting $9 an hour and they're totally happy with it. God bless them.
Yeah. We take care of them too, right? They're the most loyal people that will ever work with you. Also, ChatGPT has been a game changer, right?
You're a big AI guy, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah,
are you big into AI?
I too.
Yeah. ChatGPT, it's a game changer. Oh my God, it's helped me out so much. Like, it's made. I think we use ChatGPT since like the beginning, Alex. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I've learned so much through ChatGPT. I learned how to do like proper SEOs. I learned how to like, the captions for content. How to generate a script for a podcast, even though most of the time we kind of just rip shit, but I've learned so much, and it's just a great tool that like, it's such a great tool to have, and I'm not like trying
second brain.
Yeah, and like sometimes this one doesn't even work, so it's good.
So I use it for a lot. Color renderings. So like I'll try and sell somebody on like the painting, and I'll say, well, do you want to see what it will look like? I'll take the picture, run it through ChatGPT. It'll be a white house. We turn it gray, and they're like, "Holy shit, that's what I want!" And then they're so emotionally in that they're like, "Let's do it."
That's sick. I didn't even know ChatGPT could do that.
Game changer. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
You gotta make sure you
honestly,
have plus.
Yeah,
make sure you have the
plus. But if you just give it any prompt and tell it to like make something, sometimes it sucks ass.
It does.
I'm like, what the hell is this?
Specific.
You got to be so detailed with it, though. You know what I mean? Because it's a raw. I call it like a baby. It's a baby, but it's like it's just a raw brain in there. So it's like you got to like form it. So like that's why I feel like the longer you have ChatGPT, the better, because it starts to understand you. It's a little scary though, if you ask me. Like a little scary. AI and me, it's like a love-hate relationship. I love it to a certain degree until like fucking robots start coming out, and then fucking a robot's me. I'm literally staring at a robot that is like my whole personality. That's when I get freaked out. When iRobot becomes real life, I get freaked out 100%.
Oh, it's happening, bro. So let me ask you this, guys. What's like your plan for the podcast and kind of the future of this and what you guys got going on? Because I love it. That's why I wanted to come on.
Okay. And we love you for being on here. I kind of, funny enough, me and Alex, we got a text from a podcast guest that we just had, our latest episode. His name is Kobe, and he sent us a text, and he said, and I quote, "Hey guys, I just wanted to say the episode is already making an impact on some kids I grew up around. Text me how inspired they are and how eye-opening the episode was." Wow. To me, that's the most the most important thing I want to get out of this podcast. Yeah. I want people to like just people's stories, just like their own personal stories in the trades. You know, I feel like nowadays trades are starting to get a good what's the word I'm looking for?
Like a good rap almost?
Yeah, a good rep. And but I feel like they're so underappreciated sometimes. Like you don't really understand how important plumbers are until you need a fucking plumber. I call them superheroes of the world. They really are. If something happens bad in your house, like, you know, fucking sewer vents, gas, whatever, like 9 times out of 10, you're gonna call a fucking plumber. You don't call your neighbor Bobby that does fucking electrical work. You call a fucking plumber. But that's what I want to get out of this podcast. Is like I want people to like, oh hey, like, you know, I'm listening to these podcasts. I'm really like motivated. You know, my job kind of sucks. I work a 9-to-5 job. Yeah. I want to do something better with my life. That's why we started branching out to the whole business owners and like, you know, some real estate people, just entrepreneurs really. And we want to give this platform to people to understand, like, listen, you don't have to always do 9 to 5. You could do something like kind of like your point, like, you know, painting's not really a passion. You're good at it, but painting's not your passion. You do it to help you get to the other passions. That's kind of like what we want to tell people. Like, I do plumbing. Granted, like, some days I fucking hate plumbing. It pays my bills and it lets me and allows me to do this. You know what I mean? So that's my key factor, you know.
That's awesome.
And I love networking. I love connecting with people. So that's I love that shit, man.
Yeah, you guys definitely got something special going on, and I think that not enough people are willing to be them, like we talked about, right? Like when I was listening, kind of, you know, checking you guys out, like you guys were you, right? Very raw, high energy, and like I'm just thinking if I had my own business and I was in the grind, or I had a 9 to 5 and I was kind of thinking about what to do and I was listening to you guys, not only would I be inspired, but it's like I'm gonna like resonate with you guys and laugh and like not feel like I have a shit life, right? So like that's another thing, right? Just being in somebody's back pocket of like I can go here and it's like a safe haven. The other thing too, man,
is like with a lot of like construction and trades like podcasts, it's like it's very informational. We always wanted this to feel like you're on the job site hanging out with the boys. Like you're gonna come, you're gonna learn some stuff, you're gonna get some laughs, but it's like it's gonna feel real, raw, authentic. And then the other big thing to just piggyback off of what Tiago was saying is in America for the past 50 or 100 years, college has been the big thing that gets pushed on people. But trades and trade schools has always been kind of by the wayside. And I worked for a high school for a little bit, and that's where they push all their kids to like college prep. And I was just like, man, there's a whole other world that they're not really showing people, which is the trades. And a big part of that was to kind of reveal like, hey man, there's all this other cool stuff you can do if you don't want to go sit in a classroom. If you're more hands-on, a lot of those people don't get too much love, you know? So the other aspect of it is just wanted to show more love to the trades and guys and girls that like to work with their hands and they don't really want to be in a classroom, you know?
That's kind of why people hire me, right? It's like an alternative education. Right? Yeah. It's like business school. I mean, that's essentially what it is and what I do. So like, I mean, you wouldn't be surprised, but like we have some crazy stories of, hey, my dad's been having this business forever. He wants to bring me on and kind of, I'm the new life. I'm the savior to what he's been doing for 20 years. And they join us and they, oh my gosh, like, thank you so much. Oh my gosh, like, this is the best thing we ever did. That's what I love. That's my passion. That's why I do it. And yeah, the relationships are everything. I mean, I go to events at like the PCA, which is like Painting Contractor Association. Mm-hmm. And I mean, those guys, man, it's like you find a tribe that finally understands you. You know?
These are my people. These are my people.
We fought the same battles. When I'm talking, I don't feel like I'm just like, you know, talking to a brick wall. And
it's like, cool, you know, it's like me talking to like the Spanish dudes at work, you know. They're like, I'll say something to them and be like, yes. Yeah. Yeah. I don't feel like that. If I went to like, conventions like that, where like, like a plumbing convention, I can totally relate to them. Like, oh yeah, like, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, I totally get it. Yeah, 100%. That's the thing. One of my goals is to actually go to more events, whether it be like trade convention. I love conventions. One, because I get free stuff. That's definitely
That's the selling point.
I love that shit. I have so many T-shirts just from conventions that I used to go to in the past, and obviously they don't fit me anymore because I eat too many donuts. And but I love going to that stuff. Just being in a room filled with like-minded people of like, oh hey, we do the trades too. Networking events I want to start going to more. I just love networking. I think that's our biggest thing. The fact Alex got us all networked, all connected, and it's such a great time already, man. I'm already loving this. I'm gonna go to Philly. I'm gonna go to Angelo's. I'm gonna ask for the largest steak and cheese sub. I'm gonna be like, put some mayo and ketchup on it and fried pickles.
Tell him Aiden sent you.
They'll know.
Oh shit, dude! It's funny because the guy that I do the podcast now with, I met him at an event. So like, you just never know, man. There's something different about just in person and feeling that energy. Obviously, like what I do, 80% is inside at the computer, right? Just kind of mowing away. But anytime I can go to an event and fly out, set up a booth, whatever it is, like I'm in. Count me in.
Have you ever been asked to like speak at events before?
Yeah, for sure. We've done the PCA. I was on stage. There's a couple other handful others, like guys in our industry that are pretty networked, and that they see what I do and they're kind of like, hey, like we want you a part of it. We think you'll provide value. Yep. But like you got to be a decent human too. You can't be a scumbag. There's a lot of guys starting businesses like mine that are just money grabbing.
Yeah,
right? Not
greedy,
in it for the connection or impact. Where it's like you got to be careful a little bit. And luckily, I'm blessed with having guys that see, hey, I'm just trying to help. I'm here to make an impact, and
you see that a big downfall out of that from business owners is like immediately when their brain starts to go like, oh, I'm a business owner now. That means I gotta get all the money. I gotta make as much money as I can. Do you think that's a downside? Greed. Greed's a big downside.
I've worked with guys with bad ethics, and I don't stand for it, man. I'll check them. Like I'll be like, dude, that's not cool, Well, you have to, man. Somebody's got to do it, right?
Yeah, you got to stand up. You got to stand up for the little man.
I took this class in college, bro. Take it serious. Yeah. Now you'd be surprised. I mean, even my earliest like memories when I had my business, like guys locally were trying to scumbag me. So I mean, a lot of bozos in the trades as well.
You gave that Philly special, right? Yeah. Philly. I feel like Philly's notorious. So like, obviously the Eagles won the Super Bowl championship.
Yes, we did.
Yep. I'll give you 5 seconds of fame right now. That's all right. Yeah. Patriots within the next 50 years might win a championship again.
We'll get there.
We'll get there eventually, maybe. But Philly's always notorious for something exciting and nice happens, like winning a Super Bowl championship automatically means you got to trash the city. Can you explain to me why the fuck people do that? What's that all about? I never understood it.
I think we have like a culture of like not winning, right? So a lot of people trash us, right? The Cowboys were notoriously like winning every championship back in the day. Patriots were beating us. Like we were just getting our ass beat left and right.
All right, to be fair, we only beat you guys once. The Cowboys are in the same division as you. They probably beat you down like dogs.
Yeah.
All right.
So just across the board, man, we just been. I mean, have you ever seen the whole MB like Kawhi Leonard?
The meme Game 7, Toronto. Yeah,
that
I remember that.
Perfectly summed up what we deal with in this city, right? So when something good happens and we win it and we can finally shut up all the haters, bro. I mean, you hear what's happening to Jalen Hurts, right? I mean, this guy's getting annihilated for what reason? Everybody's coming after him, saying he's a shit quarterback. He's not top 10.
I don't believe that.
He just won MVP of the Super Bowl and outplayed Patrick Mahomes. I mean, what do you want the guy to do? And I don't know. It's an accumulation of like disrespect that's been just growing over years and years. but also we like to play into it, right? Like we know what they're gonna say about us, so we just try and do the most wild shit you possibly can, and we already know people are gonna talk about it.
They're like, fuck yeah, this is gonna make headline news tomorrow because everyone's gonna be like, what the fuck's wrong with Philly?
Yeah, greasing the poles, you know what I mean?
Yeah. They do that in Boston sometimes too, but I feel like Philly's always notorious for that. Like you guys just grease the poles. Y'all motherfuckers are wild out there. Let me just put that out. But I love it. I love the fan base. You guys are passionate about it. You know what I mean? You know, we might not see eye to eye on a lot of stuff. You know, but passion. I think that's like the key thing. I could definitely take away from the fans.
Listening to sports radio in Philly, I mean, that's the most toxic thing I've ever heard in my life.
Oh my! I can fucking believe it, man. I can fucking believe it. Sometimes, like during the Patriots season, they'll get like there's a show called Felger and Maz, and they do it out here in New England. And sometimes when people call, I'm like, how stupid are you? Like, how you sound so fucking dumb. Just hang up the phone. Like, they'll say like, oh yeah, I heard, you know, X, Y, and Z. Like, literally just pull this shit out of their ass. And I'm like,
Tom Brady
like,
wasn't even a top 10 quarterback all time.
Yeah, like, yo, and then he hangs up immediately. Like, you know damn well that's not true. Shut your bitch ass up. Yeah. That's what I.
You want to call in after, you know?
Yeah, I wish there was a redial button to fucking call them motherfuckers afterwards. We'll be like, hang on a second.
That's so funny.
Oh man, I gotta catch my breath.
Aiden, what do you guys cover on your podcast, man? What's your podcast all about?
Boring informational shit.
Damn.
If we're being honest. No, honestly, I'm the boring informational guy. So I needed somebody that was a little bit more lively. And yeah, he's a mindset coach. He has contracting businesses and stuff, but he's really big on the mind, psychology, entrepreneurial, right? Like how to look at things. And it creates a cool dynamic. You know what I mean? Yeah. But mostly just painting, business, entrepreneur. Like you said, Tiago, it's more of like painting the journey of guys and entrepreneurs in our trade that have started from the bottom, made their way to millions. You know,
yeah,
that's kind of the thing.
I'm hoping this podcast can make like Joe Rogan type shit. You know, Joe Rogan type waves. I don't want a studio in I don't want a studio in Austin. You know, I don't want that shit. I want to be like homebred. I want to be like, you know. Actually, maybe I might take back fucking this.
Stay in Boston, hold it down.
Yeah, you know, I want to be Boston famous. I want to be like the Wahlbergs. You know, I want to be like fucking. Who else is out there? Matt Damon, Ben Affleck. You know, I want to be like those guys. You know, even though they don't live here, I don't think.
You gotta manifest it.
Yeah, but yo, dude, you know. I'm a Boston guy. I'm a big Boston guy. Everyone hates. Sometimes people hate me for it. They're like, "Oh yeah, this guy don't know." The comments I read sometimes though, it's fucking hilarious on my on like our podcast, TikToks, and everything like that. It's so fucking funny. I get such a kick out of it.
Yeah.
Most of the time, it's like this guy has no idea what the fuck he's talking about, and 99% of the time, they're fucking right.
Right.
They are 100% right. I have no idea. I'm just pulling this shit out of my ass sometimes, guys. You know?
Yeah, like I'll do a food review and I'll be like, dude, guys, this is a 9 out of 10 pizza, and then I'll comment and be like, that shit was ass. Never review again. I just have to eat it up. Like, damn.
There's always that one motherfucker that's like, oh man, he probably lives in his mom's basement. You know, like fucking eats fucking Elio's pizza, probably fucking frozen and shit.
Don't shit on Elio's now.
No, I'm not shitting on it. I'm not shitting on it. Pizza bagels. How about that? Is that better?
Yeah, that's better.
All right. Going back. So obviously going off of what you said earlier, like content creator. What? So what's like kind of obviously you want to be an actor. You want to like be a foodie, like, you know, do you see that going to a point where you could be on like Food Network or something like that, like having your own show on Food Network? Like, this is Aiden.
Honestly, man, that's one of the things that we'll have to just see what happens, you know. I kind of want to just go and see what happens with that, right? I don't have any like plan for it. That's kind of the fun in it too, right? Like shit happens, like the story I just told you guys about that small business, right?
Yep.
Who knows? You know, that's just me putting energy in front end work and posting and seeing what happens. So, I mean, look, if it blows up, shit, I might be Bobby Flay 2.0. I'm in. But at the same time, whatever happens, happens. Yeah. The painting business, the coaching, I have a little bit more of like, all right, cool 5-year play. I can see what's happening. But that, I kind of just want to wing it, honestly.
Yeah. What's for each, obviously the painting business and the coaching that you do you have a 5-year plan for each one of those? Like, what's your 5-year goal?
I would say 3 years is probably where I'm at. Yeah, so multiple coaches, right? We already got one right now. We're working on a second. Painting business, obviously, I want to do millions, right? I mean, that's kind of the goal. And exit the company, hopefully. So, yeah, 3 years. I can give you numbers, but I mean.
Yeah, no.
We'd be dialing in.
Pretty good. But 3 years is a pretty good time frame, for all that to happen. I totally think it could definitely happen.
This is our first official year in business, so really we're only like 8 months in, and we already got 60 reviews. I mean, we got up to 9 painters we can work with. We got a sales rep, cooking. So like it's kicking. In 8 months. Yeah, exactly. So proving the concept right now.
I see what you did there, Alex, cooking. Yeah. All right, anyway. Well, do you do a lot of commercial or residential or a little bit of both?
My background when I was with CertaPro was commercial. I was a commercial production manager doing like big jobs.
Yep.
I did like a historic bridge job, which is really cool. They kept burning it down, so we had to put like fire retardant paint, and like it was crazy.
They kept on burning it down.
But mostly residential, yeah.
Yeah? That's what you do in Florida right now, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, you know my buddy Wayne then.
Yeah.
Wayne Mello, bro. Shout out to the OG,
Shout out to
man.
Wayne.
Exactly. He's been doing it for 30 plus years, man. And he just moved down to Florida last year. He just brought it down there, so it's cool. It's cool, man. It's cool that you know him.
I don't know him, but yeah, I know of him now.
You know of him. Don't worry. Next time you go to Florida, just pop in, be like, "Hey, Wayne, how are you?"
He's right. He's actually right next door to me, like one neighborhood away or something like that. So.
No shit.
Yeah, it's pretty
Wayne's
cool.
OG, bro. I love Wayne. All right. Huh. Alex, you got anything, bud?
No,
Before
man,
I go into this thing we call lightning round. I think it's lightning round time. Here we go. So, Aiden, at the end of each podcast, we ask 10 to 15 questions. Lightning round, first thing that comes to your head, all right? It's going to be absolutely random, by the way. It's ChatGPT fucking made. It's absolute. I read through some of it. I'm like, what? And so it's chaos.
Let's do it, bro.
All right. What's the weirdest thing you ever Googled?
Weirdest thing I ever Googled? All right. This is going to be weird.
I am so scared.
This actually happened recently. I think I popped a vein on my dick. I'm not even joking. I showed my wife and she's like, "What the hell is happening to you?" And I'm like, "Do I gotta go to the ER?" And I started Googling it and it was like, this is normal, give it a couple days, and it went away, and I was like, thank fucking God. I think I just strained too much when I peed or something. I know that was weird, but you asked for it, bro.
I didn't expect it. Fuck.
I don't have an STD, guys. So.
All right, good. That's all we care about.
We're clean.
As long as you're not Magic Johnson in the 80s, we're fine. All right.
We're already starting off strong.
All right. Well, pancakes or steak at 7 o'clock in the morning? Ooh,
definitely pancakes. There's a New York pancake that's been going viral, and I'm like salivating to get it. Yeah.
New York pancake, is that like a company or?
No,
or
it's just like a trend of guys going to this pancake place in New York that's supposedly the best in the world.
No shit.
That's all my algorithm. It's all food, so it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm a big steak guy.
Alex, what about you? Pancakes or steak?
Yeah, for sure. Get that protein in.
Yeah, 100%, dude. Same. All right, you have to get a tattoo right now. What is it and where? I think you already said it before.
Yeah. We're going to do a Philly sleeve, half sleeve, probably American traditional, probably break it up, different things.
Yeah, all right. What's one song that gets you hyped as fuck?
Can I look at my phone?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, okay. So I just said I was going to Warped Tour, so I've been in my bag. And it looks like A Day to Remember, All I Want.
Ooh, classic. Day to Remember, that's some high school shit for us, Alex.
That's my favorite band ever, man.
Oh, man, great band.
Honestly, I probably would go
you got a hype
like
song
metal type stuff. I don't know if you guys know Parkway Drive, but they have this song called Carry On. It gets the blood boiling. If I'm in the gym, I need to deadlift some shit, man. I throw that on, and that weight's coming off the floor.
Banger.
Oh, totally. Story time, real quick. So me and Alex, obviously, we've known each other for like, what's going on now? 13 years. Yeah, it's been too long. So we worked together in like multiple places too. One time we were coaching soccer at this high school, and they had a insane gym facility, like weight room facility, everything. So one day, like a few hours before practice, we're like, getting our lifting, getting swollen and shit like that. Alex like rack it up. And he's doing deadlifts, barbell deadlifts, like straight, clean, nothing. And all of a sudden, he's like, I need something to pump me up. So I'm like, all right. I put on Linkin Park. It was so heavy. I think Alex lifted
5. It was 5.
4 plates on each side.
Who's counting though?
5. Oh, okay. Excuse me. 5.
Man, it's Batista.
He lifted 5 plates on each side. And then I just remember he was like getting himself psyched up. He's like fucking on the railing, just like shaking it. And all of a sudden you just see
the ghost of Chester Bennington is in him.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden he just runs towards it. He just lets out the biggest scream. And then funny enough, the volleyball team was actually practicing at the same time too. So they were like, "What the fuck is going on?" Dude, that was a memorable moment. I was like, yeah, there's no way he's gonna do it, and he fucking did it. I'm like, yo, that song always. That song always reminisces me to Alex. So every single time it comes up on my playlist, I'm like, oh, Alex. I think it was Linkin Park.
It's like that everything you say to me, that type shit. Yeah.
One step closer.
One step closer. Yeah. That's it. All right. If you could trade your life with any person for a day, who is it? Jalen Hurts.
That's not a bad idea, man. That's not a bad idea. Yeah, I'm probably going to an athlete. Maybe DJ Khaled.
Ooh.
I feel like he just lives like the most like careless life.
Gatorade. Yeah.
And he's so funny, bro. He got lost on a jet ski and shit.
Yeah. Oh man, he's got some funny. Like when he was going in Snapchat and everything like that. Yeah. It was like, call me Tiger Woods, and like that I just reminisce of that so much. I'm like, oh yeah. So every single time I do good in like golf, I just look at my friends. I'm like, call me Tiger Woods, like that.
Straight down the middle.
Yeah. He's got these great one-liners, dude. Like I can't.
Best, dude.
We the best. All right. Anyways. What about you, Alex? You got anybody?
UFC fighter, like John Jones in his prime. That would have been cool.
Yeah.
That would have been. To be in the ring and just feeling
Great
that.
call.
What about you, Tiago?
Just be the baddest man on the planet.
Baddest man on the baddest man. There's nobody really like him anymore. You know what I mean?
Who you got, Tiago? Who you feeling?
I don't think anybody will ever come close. Oh man, underrated guy. I feel like that would honestly I would want to trade life with Guy Fieri. Welcome to Flavor Town. That guy lives like that guy. All that guy does is just like, yeah, I'm gonna go around. I'm just gonna fucking drive on this fucking nice fucking old school convertible, and I'm just gonna go to these restaurants and eat all their food. And he has like possibly the coolest haircut ever.
With the my take.
Yeah.
They were doing a bar store, or the Mount Rushmore of chillest dudes, and he was up there.
Oh, 100%.
It's like Guy Fieri. Anybody?
Yeah, I think so. Definitely, I would put him up there. That one's stupid. We're skipping that one. That's a stupid ass one. All right. You're stuck in a Home Depot overnight. What aisle are you sleeping in? What the fuck?
I actually got a good answer, bro.
What's that?
The lumber aisle. I just like the smell of wood.
Oh, okay.
I used to go camping back in the day and chop wood and stuff. So I don't know, just like my happy place, wood.
Feels like you're in nature.
Yeah. I don't know, distinct smell. I don't know.
Oh man, I don't know what the hell I would do. I don't know. That's a weird ass question. Aliens land in your backyard. What's the first thing you say to them? EAGLES, Eagles!
Ah, shit. Aliens land in the backyard. What's the first thing I'm saying? Honestly, I might take the Max Kellerman take.
Oh, which he has like.
Give me Iguodala.
Reckless, by the way, the most reckless thing. That's why he doesn't. That's why he's not on that sports show anymore.
Exactly.
Oh man. What's one thing that you irrationally confident about?
I'd say my taste in food. Like if somebody tells me it's good, like I question it. I'm like, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Let me get in there.
Oh man. Let's see. A couple more. All right. Would you rather fight a gorilla or 100 kindergartners?
I'd probably go to jail, but I'd also die on the other side. So, dude, I mean, you got to take the kindergartners.
You could take on 100 kindergartners.
Just start punting them. You know? Just toss them, fling them. You know. Just
I mean, they
grab
don't
by
weigh
the
much.
ankles.
Yeah, they don't weigh much.
Yeah.
But I feel like you would get tired pretty quick though, because there's so many of them.
I just break it down 10 groups of 10.
Well, no, dude, they all come. They all come at
shit.
once.
Oh,
yeah, they're all
shit.
coming at once.
Yeah, I mean, I still got to. Gorilla would just fuck you up, dude. There's no way.
That was a trend too, by the way. Like 100 men versus one gorilla. Oh
Dude,
man.
so I said, what did I say? I said, you could do like 100 painters versus like 10 roofers. The 10 roofers might have them. Snap. These guys are crazy, dude.
Yo, no word of a lie. Roofers are fucking insane. I've met
They will
some.
fall off the house, get right back up, and drink a Miller High Life and just keep it pushing.
They drink that white monster energy.
Yeah.
Pack a few zins. That's it. All right. Last one. We'll do one more. What's the most boomer thing that you love?
The most boomer thing that I love? What are some boomer things?
I think that's a dumbass question. All right. Anyways, I don't know. What is a boomer thing? Like, what would you classify as a boomer thing?
Own
Like-
a painting business? You
No,
know?
that's not boomer.
That's not boomer.
That's not boomer.
I'm just trying to think
What
like
is what's
stuff that
boomer?
old
What's boomer?
dudes like. I'm
Boomer's
trying to
like
think
fucking
of
the-
what that. I guess like a. What do they like? Sweater vests? Like.
I like
Yeah.
the smell of grass in the morning. If that's boomer, you know.
I like a campfire. Is that boomer? I don't know.
This is the ChatGPT fix your shit. This is the
Give me
gayest
one
question of all
more.
time.
Give me one
All
more.
right.
We'll lock it in.
Let's see. All right. Last one. What's one thing people misunderstand about you the most?
Oh, I got this. I have a resting bitch face for sure.
Yo, I didn't want to say it, but like, yo, the whole entire podcast episode, I feel like this guy's not interested in us at all.
So yesterday I did 2 calls and or one in-person meeting and 1 call. And as soon as I got in there, he's like, "Dude, you look tired." And I'm like, "I feel fine." And then the next call, he's like, "Hey man, you look tired today." He sent me $15 and a little bit of coffee on me. I'm like, "I feel fine. What is happening right now?"
You're gonna be like, thanks for the $15, buddy.
Yeah. No, I have resting bitch face for sure, and people like don't like to come up to me in public because like they think I'm just like miserable, but really in my head like I have like a loop of a song, and I'm just like, you know what I mean?
I call it the monkeys with cymbals, you know, just crashing.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I gotta smile more, or I don't know. I'm having fun though. This is a great podcast. You know what I mean? So.
Oh man, Aiden, do you have? Oh shit! I just moved my whole entire camera. Fuck. I went to go put my feet somewhere, and I fucking put it in the wrong spot. Aiden, obviously, any last minute plugs that you want to put in? You know, do you have a? I know you said something about books, like you got a book coming out or something. You thinking about becoming an author?
No books.
That's okay.
I do have something I can maybe plug.
Yeah, absolutely. Plug it in.
Yeah, we just launched like a mini community. Basically, it's kind of like a starter pack for painting businesses, right? So if you want to start a painting business or you're early on, maybe like under $30K a month, and you want like the step-by-step guide on what you need to do early on to start getting momentum and landing jobs, It's $97 one time. You're in the community. You get a call a week every Thursday, and you get like a bunch of different resources. So yeah, it's a school community.
Give it pretty much like the blueprint to help them out.
Yeah,
right?
20-step guide on what you need to do. Open your LLC, insurance, like going down every single thing you need.
Like starting from nothing and
step
then working.
by step. Yeah, with links. So
that's awesome.
The goal is you get in, you kind of get value, you start going, making some money, and then we've already kind of built that value for you that you consider us down the road. You know.
No, man,
That's
it's been
awesome.
a great episode. It's
Alex,
been
you
fun
got any
just
last
kinda
minute
hanging
plugs?
out, learned a lot, had fun, man. I got nothing. Yeah, I'm glad I hit you up on
That's
Instagram, Aiden.
It's been.
Yeah.
Honestly, bro, I got more guys for you. So that have interest.
Oh yeah, hey. All right. Do you know them right now off the top of your head, or are you gonna need some time to think?
Honestly, I could give them to you.
All right, 3 people. We're gonna nominate them. We're gonna clip this, and they're gonna fucking come on this podcast.
All right, ready?
Yep.
I got my boy Joel Mercado. He is my partner in the podcast. I got a guy named Sam Creaney. He's an interesting one because he is just an extremely likable guy. But not only that, he is in a business that supports the painting industry. So he's in a marketing company. He's their sales director.
Yep.
And he's just a stand-up guy. He's from Canada. They suck, but overall, he's a good guy.
Damn, our Canadian viewers are gonna go fucking be like, fuck this guy.
And then the guy that works with him, one of my buddies as well, Lucas, he's actually putting on a big event. He might be interested as well, so that'll be good. Lucas Jensen, he's throwing a banger event, which is awesome. Coming in here, and I think it's November, so that'll be good. Maybe have them both on. That'd be awesome. Third guy, his name is Tanner Mullen. So he has a software, and he's one of my good buddies. But he's a big, like, people respect him in the painting industry. He, like, helps out a lot of guys.
He's like, well known in the painting industry.
He's the one that got me into the painting industry, like, not in the industry, but, like, connected with, like, the top guys.
Oh,
and
yeah.
kind of networked. Yeah, man. He just loves to connect people, so, yeah, man. Anything I can do to help out.
Fuck yeah, dude. Aiden, you've been an absolute fucking stud. Even though you're wearing the wrong fucking jersey.
You know what's crazy? I got a Bucks Tom Brady in the closet right now.
And you didn't wear it for me. Wow.
Nah, I couldn't.
Nah, it's all good. I wouldn't want that shirt either way. If we're talking New England, you gotta wear New England, you know?
Right.
But yeah, this has been an absolute pleasure, Aiden. We want to thank you again for coming on, man.
Thank you.
You've obviously you sold the show. You know what I mean? You sold the show, buddy. As always, I'm Tiago. That's Alex. That's Aiden. We'll see you guys next time.
Thank you, guys.
Oh shit.